Streaming start.
You got the mic on?
I do.
No, the top one.
Yep.
Sorry guys, you know how we do. We get a little silly in the beginning.
Is anyone here already?
No, we don't have anyone here yet. I like this. This is good. This is nice.
Yeah.
This is like a fireside chat with FDR.
Okay.
It is. Look how nice it looks.
It does look nice. I know, and I didn't even get to put it on our community page today. Oh boy.
Nope, Scott. Hey Scott, how you doing?
Hi Scott. Don't worry, sir. I will be calling you this week. You know, today's my Monday, so you know, as you can imagine, just what I walk into in the morning. But got your phone. Hey. Hello.
It's still Scott.
Hi,
Scott's
Scott.
our only fan tonight. We might be having a one-on-one with Scott.
Nice. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. We've got 4 concurrent viewers right now. That's nice. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't put it on the community page today. I usually like to, but again, for me, we're getting into that. Hey, Edward, how are you? We're getting into that season now where my schedule is Wednesday to Sunday, so Wednesdays are like my Mondays. So
Yeah.
there's, you know, 47 emails, you know.
Mine is, my schedule's a little all over the place.
It
Like
is,
I'm
right?
off tomorrow, working Friday, off Saturday, working Sunday.
Why are you working on Sunday?
It's just the way it just worked. The way it worked out, I got to work with John Moffat on some things for the encampments. I figured that's a good day to be in the seaplane hangar.
Yeah.
So it worked out, but again, my schedule is choppy towards the end. But that's the beginning of the season, right? We're figuring out what's going to work best. I know that my schedule will probably change to Tuesday to Saturday pretty quickly here with encampments going on and some fun things we have planned for July.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Edward, Scott, A-Devs, how you doing? He was our winner that one time.
Yeah, hello, fellow humans. Hello, take us to your leader.
We think we finally got the setup like really nice. Like we have our little table. These are new tables.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at us, Joanne. We took this out of the talk. We got our screen now. The audio's been working.
Yeah, I think
the audio. Great background. I feel like we can have real guests on the show, you know, like.
Well, we will have real guests on the show.
We will. Well,
via Zoom.
Via Zoom, that is true. I forgot about that.
Okay, everyone. Well, we got a playing goalie. That's fun. How was this season opening? Thank you, Scott, for that great question. It was good. The weather wasn't really cooperative, but we had maybe about 110 visitors on Saturday, the day we opened, and Sunday, well, forget it. All right. The people, you know, some of the maintenance crew came in and they decided to close. On Sunday, it was one of those snowy, blustery, you know, you look outside for a second and, you know, it looks like a whiteout, and then 5 minutes later, it's like clear, and then a whiteout again. So we made the decision to close on Sunday and yesterday, and we were open today. Didn't have that many people on board today, but that's all right. It's still early in the season, and it's a Wednesday, so you know we may have had 25 people on board today. So yeah, I mean, this is the way it is.
It's how it is in the beginning of the season. Buffalo. Tomorrow it's going to be 65,
right.
And then Friday we have snow in the forecast. So it's just that's Buffalo Springs.
Yeah. Yeah, they always say when you're in Buffalo, wait 5 minutes because the weather will change.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So just give it 5 minutes, and yeah.
We have multiple fake springs.
Oh, we do.
We're currently tomorrow will be our 3rd spring.
Yeah.
And then 4th winter will be on Friday.
You got it.
And then it'll be 90 degrees.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah. Now, we didn't make this into the live video. Sorry, everybody, about the snafu with the live video on Saturday. I think you only got about 6 minutes worth of material. And we had a lot of great stuff that we continued to mention. We didn't know we stopped streaming. So we actually talked about a lot of nice stuff, but it just didn't work out that well. So. And we want to talk about the tickets now that we see A-Dev here.
I do, yeah. We'll give it a little bit. I'm hoping to see more people come on.
Oh yeah, but do you just want to mention it that we?
Yeah, we did have. Hey, Dev, you got your hat, right? I just want to make sure he got his hat.
Yeah, I think Joanne put it in the mail.
All right.
Yeah, he did. He emailed me.
Oh, he did? Okay, awesome.
Yeah. But he can confirm here too. Pollen season.
Yeah, Scott's bragging that it's 80 degrees in Atlanta today.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking about Saturday morning, between the other buildings, Wi-Fi just kind of giving us trouble, and it's snowing. It was, I don't know if you could see that in the video, but it was snowing during our opening. I think that really just had a lot to do with everything. We have a plan for the next one, as far as a little bit better internet connection. But we are glad that you showed up for that. Those of you that did, and
thanks for watching. We got a lot of viewers afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think it has 120 views or 130 views. Which is good because I haven't done anything on our YouTube channel in a long time. I feel kind of bad, you know, certainly. But with 12 staff, we all wear multiple hats. It's no excuse, everybody. But you know, that's not my full-time gig, and so I do the best I can, and we all do the best we can here, and we always get it done. But I've got 2 videos coming, and actually I just came from making a video that was an emergency video. So you'll see that later this week. I just finished and I had to change my shoes, and you will see why I had to change my shoes to come here today. And then I'm also working on one, about the collisions.
Collisions, and we actually would like your input on those. So we're thinking about at least 1, maybe 2.
2 videos.
Maybe 2 videos.
Yeah, we might make it a part 2, part 1, part 2. If we
can get you know, enough info and content, we'd love to do that. So we'll talk about that tonight too.
Yeah.
And get your input, because we do want to make sure that we're doing this for you guys.
Yeah. So one of them would be about our ships specifically. But then we want your opinion on ones that I can do some research on, and maybe, you know, dig around for some photographs. So if you have other like famous collisions, hey, you know, this one is going to be cool. There is one with the Little Rock that we have the photos of the ships.
Was that the Massachusetts?
No,
What is that?
That's the Sullivans.
Okay.
We do not have photos of that. But we've won in 1967 with Little Rock, and someone's like taking pictures as the ships are like.
Oh, wow, I've not seen that yet.
Yeah,
So.
it's pretty sweet. I think it was mentioned in one of our chats, you know, so I did a little digging. But obviously we could do a collisions part 2. I find that stuff fascinating. If you guys want to see stuff on camouflage, I'm kind of a camouflage wonk, you know, so you can watch some, you know, let me know if you want me to cover camouflage designs and schemes and measures, because I'd love to do that stuff. And then I'll be kind of back in more of my bailiwick. So you guys are doing great. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. Okay. Hey.
All right, so we got a little surprise, not just for you guys, a surprise for us.
This is a surprise for us. It's just kind of one of those funny things.
It's from Amazon, though. It's probably boring.
It could very well be. So we got a package today, and listen, this isn't going to be a normal thing, but I thought it would be kind of funny we got a package today from Amazon, right, I guess, but it's just addressed to the Naval Park.
No name.
Now I have ordered, or at least I've asked Joanne. I don't think it was from Amazon, but I asked Joanne to order some fake food. All right, not scrambled eggs. I get it. Scrambled eggs would be on ship. It's much easier to cook than sunny side up eggs. But I ordered some sunny side up eggs and some steaks for the galley on the Sullivans. So when people walk through, so wouldn't it be very cool if this was this? But I don't think I asked her to order from Amazon. So, and if you're a staff person here, we are just going to open this, and if we find out that it's something that we shouldn't be opening, we will just put it right back in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. We got a mystery package here today.
Are you ready?
Please be fake food. Please be fake food. No?
No, man, it's boring.
Is this for you?
It's not.
What is it?
Little paper labels.
If that's not the most boring, paper labels for all of your office needs.
Sorry, Joanne.
Sorry, Joanne. Well, there you go, Joanne. We got paper labels for you. I'll put them in near your office, or at least Sorry, everybody. That is like the only thing worse could be like Staples or something, right? Like paper clips, then paper labels. Okay, all right. Well, there we go. That was a letdown, everybody. But that's fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Hey, I also want to talk about something else. So please remind me of something. This kind of gets into the internet world, of...
It's just like Black Mirror?
Well, kind of, but it's... there's all these names for them I can't remember. But, so please remind me of that. Okay?
Yeah.
But first we should probably get to, okay, everybody, LCS 9 is all the rage again. There was like 10 emails, multiple people emailing our organization today and yesterday. Just everyone wants to be the first to say, hey, LCS 9, right? So it seems as though for the Navy, they put it into their 2022 budget, which was fiscal budget to decommission it, which would have been October 1st of last year, running through September 31st, if there is one. 30th of this coming year. Well, I believe that was rejected, and now they've added the LCS 9 along with the USS Detroit, and I think 5 or 7 other LCSs for decommissioning in their fiscal year 23 budget.
Okay.
Which would then start October 1st of this year. So if Congress approves that budget, the Navy's budget, that means LCS 9, USS Little Rock would be decommissioned at some point next year, if I'm getting that right.
Okay.
And Paul, our president and CEO, has asked me to start to kind of grease the skids a little bit about, seeing if there's anything that we can do. My first inclination is that it will go into out of commission in reserve, OCIR, all right? And it will be in reserve for 5 years, 7 years, something like that. And then maybe. But this could be something that the Little Rock, Arkansas also, the actual city of Little Rock tries to get.
That's true too, and
it was much smaller. Did we talk about the Arkansas video?
I mean, I think that, maybe they should get the CLG and we get the LCS. No. I'm kidding. That's like I'm joking. The Little Rock is like my...
Yeah,
She is now Brendan's, but she was mine before that. And I love that ship.
She used to be your girl.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that is, so there is talk. We're kind of working through that a little bit to see if there's a possibility. Now, the reason why, maybe we had Little Rock, Arkansas news station here, and they interviewed me for the Little Rock because of the ball and hoop one and done contest.
I think we're allowed to say that now.
I don't know. Okay. So
college basketball tournament.
Yes, and they asked me why the Little Rock, Arkansas didn't get this vessel, and I said because of the bridges. Like there's so many bridges leading up the river from the Mississippi through the Arkansas River, I think it is.
We even had trouble with the bridges here with the Little Rock. So I know we've discussed that before, but...
yeah, we had to cut the main mast in half.
And that was for the Peace Bridge? Or the Skyway?
That was, neither. It was for the Welland Canal and the St. Lawrence Seaway. Because they had some bridges there. So
we got Rick here. Thanks, Rick. I'm not sure, Rick, are you new? I don't...
Hi everyone from Lockport. I don't think so, Rick Perry. Hello, hi Rick.
Well, we're glad to have you.
If you have been here before, I'm sorry, and if I just don't remember, welcome from the city of Locks. Lockport, New York, the Five Sisters. Mm-hmm. Is that what they're, the 5 steps?
I think you made that up just now.
I might have. Okay. Thanks, Rick, for being here.
Yeah, so let's get into it. What do you got?
Okay, well, April 1st, April Fool's Day, is Chief Petty Officer birthday. So it's going to be, let's see, the 129th? Can you do math on this? 129th? It was 1893.
Okay.
So is that 29 years from now?
You got it.
You got it? Wow.
129.
Okay, good.
You're good. See?
So that was when the Chief Petty Officer rank and rate was created, and they found at the time that it was for training of the younger enlisted staff.
Okay.
Right, so that's what Chief Petty Officers, Senior Petty Officers, and now Master Chief, that's what they do, is to guide and to mentor and to train because they're technical experts. All right, so we had John Branning, he was our Airedale aviation mechanic, Senior Chief, so he taught people on his team how to fix and repair airplanes, just get them flying again, then bring them back down, and then they need repairs again, right? So that's what he always said. But we'd like to honor all chiefs on every day, but certainly on April 1st, which is the Chief Petty Officer birthday.
It's kind of our thing here, right? Yeah, like we love to find the days. There's holidays for everything, right? It's like National Birthday Cake Day or something silly. Well, we do something similar, but it's to commemorate people, the veterans, and their specific employment ranks or days. I mean, we just had Vietnam Veterans Day on yesterday, which was a beautiful ceremony that we had.
Yeah, that's true, and that's one of those things that they're trying to right the wrongs.
Right.
When people were coming back from Vietnam, the Vietnam conflict, and so they have their own Memorial Day, which is really nice.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we try to focus on things like that, and we'll find. I like to go on this day in American history and try to see what event or something similar to this, what kind of commemoration was happening, and.
Yeah, and then you come up with George Washington.
It was his birthday, yo.
Yeah, you got it. So, improvise, adapt, overcome. That's a Chief Petty Officer saying, right? So that's one of those things that we like to honor. And Bill Abbott, he's a Senior Chief now.
He's
our new Director
of Operations.
Yeah.
Starts Friday, is his first full day.
But he's been here for 3 weeks already.
Yeah.
Learning the lay of the land and stuff like that. So it takes a lot to get to an E7, E8, and E9, and that's you're moving up in your career, and not everyone makes it, not everyone wants it. So we like to honor all those that have moved up from first class up to the chief. And it's just one of those things. Also, the first Master Chief of the Navy was a gunner's mate called Delbert Black.
Okay, Delbert.
Right. Delbert.
Good old Delbert.
Yes. And usually we'll have a chief pinning ceremony on board the Little Rock. Once a year, every other year, we'll have a pinning ceremony where people are going from first class to chief, and they have an initiation on board, and one of those things is to find where Delbert slept. So speaking of George Washington, we do have a Delbert Black slept here rack on board in the goat locker, which is another term for petty officers, chief and senior and master petty officers. And so he did sleep on board, and he was the first master chief about 1966, maybe, I think 1965. He was presented and awarded that rank and rate. And that was because they found in the 60s there was a growing gap between officers and enlisted. And they wanted that expertise of someone who had come up through the ranks to try and bridge that gap again, because the enlisted guys were kind of revolting, like no one listens to us, no one pays attention to us. And so he was kind of that individual to advise the officers and administrations up, through the Department of Navy, to advise them on what he sees with the enlisted crews on board ships. So with that growing gap there, that was an important position. And he did sleep on board. So next time you're on board, you can get into the goat locker and you can try and find Delbert Black, first Master Chief of the Navy, where he bunked for. And we do have a
plaque?
Yeah, we do have a plaque a little bit. It's right on the rack, so it's only about this big, and it gives the date that he slept aboard.
We got more on
That's it,
Chiefs
man.
Day?
I just want to thank you to all the chiefs and happy birthday.
Especially to our two chiefs, John and Bill.
John and Bill.
Let's see here. Rick corrected us on the nickname of Lockport. It is the Flight of Five Locks.
Got it. Okay.
What did you say?
The Five Sisters or something like that, you know. Yeah, well, you know, I knew it was five, right? Because of the steps. Yeah, thank you, Rick. Technical. What is that?
The technical
yeah. Thank you, Scott. Yeah. I didn't know if you were talking about us technical, like our microphones aren't working or something like that. But yeah, the goal of the senior chief is to train, to mentor, and of course, you're going to have great senior chiefs, you're going to have not so great senior chiefs, you're going to have people that really embrace it, and you're going to have people that don't. I mean, that's just kind of human nature, right? But John, you can see it in John Branning. I don't know Bill well enough, but I think I'll see it in Bill. But with John Branning, John was patient. You know, he's the guy who trained me and everything for the 4 years that we intersected. And I really appreciate all the work that he did with me on the ship architecture side and, maintenance side and all that stuff. But, he was extremely patient with me. I'm kind of
He was a patient man.
Yes,
is a patient man.
Is a patient man, that's right.
So, thank you, Senior Chief Branning.
What do you have?
Oh man, what don't I have?
What don't you have?
It is, we are open. I thought that would be a little bit of a relief. It's,
yeah.
But
I see what you're saying.
And it's not that I'm not relieved. It's just, one thing ends and another thing starts, and
now we're going to start our season.
Right? Yeah, now we're going to start our season, and it's great though. It keeps us on our toes. We couldn't ask for a better job, so it's not like a bad thing. But our education department is really ramping up for the summer. We have our encampments that start April 30th, which is, if you're not familiar with it, a lot of probably most of the naval ships around the country. A lot of them do. I know that the Slater in Albany does, the Intrepid does, Patriots Point, I believe, does. I don't know, the New Jersey, do they? Do you know?
Yeah, I believe they have an encampment program, yes.
So Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts typically make up the majority of it, but we do also open it to families. The only thing that is a requirement is that it's not just adults, because it is kind of like a camp kind of family thing. So we have that starting April 30th. They'll come in, they register, they go through some briefings, they'll see what life was like on the ships, they get to sleep right in the berthing compartments. It's a lot of fun for the kids. So we have that starting up again, which was down for 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're trying new things, seeing how things work, and we got a great team working on that. So we're excited. So that's, that starts in a month from today. So
yes.
We have a lot of work to do in the next 30 days, but we are right on course. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's great.
And,
go ahead.
No, yeah, and we have them again in the fall. So if anyone is interested, or their families or their troops, reach out to us, and it's a great experience.
Mm-hmm. It is really, and even as you've mentioned before, you'll get people who are now our age that were like, oh, the last time I was on board, I was a 10-year-old.
All the time, yeah. We will get that. So it's cool, and that shows how long we've been doing the program and how successful that it's been.
Yeah.
That kids families and troops and even scoutmasters and stuff, they look forward to it. This is something that they absolutely love to do. They look forward to doing it. So it was nice that we were able to provide it again, because we didn't know. We didn't know if we were gonna, I mean, we went from masks and all this stuff in December, and now here we are, and we're able to provide it for everybody, and with no restrictions, which is nice.
That's important to stress there, that it's.
We didn't know where we were going to be. We did plan on having restrictions at first, but everything has been relaxed, and there's no stricter county outside of the 5 boroughs than probably Erie County. So if they say it's cool, then we're all right to go.
Yeah, that's good. That's cool.
Yeah, so we're excited, and again, not having restrictions is, we get it. Everyone wants to be safe, and we have been following the guidelines, but it is nice to get back to a normal way of life.
You're right.
For right now.
Yes, very true. For right now. We don't know. I think there's a 4th variation coming out already or whatever. Hey, Husky. So yeah, we've got Scott that says it's great to have the public to experience shipboard life. Very true. I tell you, and, you know, the encampments are just one overnight, you know, Saturdays into Sundays, but they're here about maybe 20 hours or so, probably like 4 to 4 or something.
And then after that, they are welcome to stay and do the tour, anything they didn't get to do while, you know, because we keep them pretty busy and occupied. There's a learning portion to it. There's movies at night for the kids to watch. And I was actually going down, researching and going down a list of movies that we were going to do this year, and it's like, oh, I forgot that one's rated R, or I forgot that one's, you know, and it's like, oh, that one's not rated R.
Right,
Great,
there you
know?
go.
You know?
That's why Major Pain, right, with Damon Wayans.
We won't be doing Major Pain this year, but yeah, we keep them very engaged in this way, and then they have the whole day of Sunday to tour.
No, that's true.
Let's see.
Looking at his.
A-Devs did it 20 years ago. Best night of sleep of my life.
Well, okay, that was nice of you. You know,
we have all slept on those birthing cots, and they
absolutely. You know, I'll usually stay the weekend of 4th of July, whenever that kind of turns around. So I'm on board about 5 days. And I tell you, by that 5th day, I'm ready for Liberty too, and I call it that. I'm like, oh man, I need Liberty, right? Because and it's that kind of gets to what Scott's mentioning about shipboard life, that you really, if you don't have a position like this, or you know, you really don't experience. Like, imagine that. Like, for everyone who hasn't served in the Navy, you wake up, you have a home, you go to work, and you come back home.
Right.
On a ship, it's all the same, right? You live where you work. And there's really no break. I mean, there are, but it's really not much of a break. You probably don't sleep that well, ever. You know,
I was talking to someone the other day, and I don't remember who it was. We were talking about that exact scenario, but it's not even that that's the ship, that's all they know. It's not even the whole ship. They know their area.
Right. Yeah.
So you have people that will tell you everything about the missile house because that's where they worked, and know nothing.
Sure.
And not nothing, but know nothing about the engine room. Because when they were in a spot, they were in a spot, regardless of how long they were out there. And which is, you know, we've talked about this before, maybe not on here, but on the submarines, it was different.
Right.
Because when those doors and those compartments shut, you were where you were, you better know everything.
Yeah, that's the qualifying, getting your dolphins. No, you're very true. And, you know, that's why on our YouTube channel, which we're on now, I guess, obviously. I keep forgetting them. Okay, so, you know, people will say that, you know, oh, I served on Little Rock, you know, I'm thinking of Steve Cole, right? He's a guy that always watches our videos. He's pretty loyal. He writes a lot of comments. And he'll say something like, oh yeah, I look forward to seeing the Admiral spaces because even though I served aboard for 2 years, I never went up to the O2 or O3 level,
right? You
know, other than just to kind of get some sun, R&R, you know, or something. You know, I'm expanding out our conversation a little bit, but it's kind of that way. You knew you had your berthing, you had your damage control. If you're a fireman, you had those spaces that you went to and drilled with, and then you had your workstation, right? So unless someone was roaming around, you know, just as part of their job, you know, quartermaster or something like that.
I feel like I would roam around even if I wasn't supposed to. Like, ooh, what's this?
Oh, yeah, there's Steve.
Husky. Welcome, Husky. This isn't related to the ships, but it's something historical I found in my grandpa's basement. I found a straight razor with an iron cross on it.
Ooh.
I also found a picture from 1909. I love that stuff.
Yeah, that's
and we
cool.
see it a lot, but I don't think we ever take it for granted.
No, we never try to take it for granted. Every piece, guys, every artifact has a story. It's just that, can you tell the story? If we get a donation, can we tell the story? Can you tell the story to us? There's a story behind that straight razor with the iron cross on it. Mm-hmm. But do you know it, Husky? Can you translate it to us? You know, that sort of thing, so that we can tell it appropriately. That's the thing about our profession. Not everyone has that. Not everyone has that in them to be like, this artifact is disparate, it's unique, it's a primary source, there's only one in the world like it. And to then tell that story, which is oh so important. So Yeah, what's the picture from 1909 about?
Yeah, and I'm gonna grab a picture. 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I just knocked over some empty Coke Zero bottles. This gentleman.
Yes, please.
So this is Paul Woods. He cut the ribbon, our opening day ribbon, the other day from Buffalo, and it was great to have him here. And I got to talk to him after and kind of walk around with him, and it's always amazing hearing the stories straight from their mouths, you know, as opposed to reading it in a book or even watching the interview. When you're there with the person, it's a different experience. Born and raised here in Buffalo, he served in the Philippines and in Australia under the command of General Douglas MacArthur, which is unbelievable. Like, to hear, no, it's not, you know, those are the things, you know. It's like I got to be a cameo actor in a Brad Pitt movie. It's like I was under General MacArthur, you know. It's like, no. This is for us. That's like
Fight Club. Okay.
For us history nerds, it's like you served with
totally.
General MacArthur. Like,
Absolutely.
that's amazing, you know. But he was here, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty amazing. He got up and spoke and did our ribbon cutting, and 99 years old.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, that's what a life well lived.
Yeah.
And now that you've made that connection with him, you can get his story a little bit deeper. You can get his family's story, what he did when he came back, how the integration was for him, if he felt segregation when he came back to Buffalo, if he came back to Buffalo directly after the war, you know, what Buffalo was like back then, all that stuff, you know.
So, like many people returning from war after World War II, he did work at Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
fabulous.
He told me what he did, and I totally forgot. So I do apologize, Mr. Woods. But
In the pig iron?
I don't remember.
Making ingots?
Maybe.
Cool.
But yeah, so I just wanted to show Mr. Woods. Great experience
Good
meeting
man.
him and working with him, and we will be working.
Do you know what his rating was? I don't want to put you on the spot. Like, what he did?
I don't offhand.
Okay.
I don't. I know he did tell me that he had gunpowder in his coffee mug instead of coffee beans or coffee-like shake one day or something.
Wow.
That was one of the things that stuck out. Imagine taking a swig of that.
Oh.
He was talking about how
99 years young.
you know, they had to wear nets over their faces and stuff because of the mosquitoes. And I know that too in Vietnam, because my wife's uncle had spoken about that, and a couple other people. That's just what you experience. These are little things you don't think about, you know? Like, you're at war, sure, but what else are you dealing with? You're dealing with mosquitoes just eating your face.
You got it. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's catch up. Thank you for sharing that. And I met him. He's been mostly working with Stephen, but I met him too, and it's such an honor to meet him and all our World War II veterans. Certainly Korean War is getting up there now. People that are in their 85, 90 range, you know, so.
And it seems like we're at a time where people are talking about it more openly than in the past. I don't know if you felt that way, but I feel like the past, I don't know if it was COVID or maybe people just want to get their stories out now, but I feel like people are opening up a little bit more. Or maybe it's because us as a society are more interested in things that we weren't necessarily interested in before.
It's hard to say, right? I wasn't really, you know, and I'm not being, you know, a jerk about it, but I wasn't around, so I don't really know how they were treated. If you talk to like your parents or my parents, or you know, something to say, well, how are they, you know, but we can conjecture and read and see how they were treated.
Right.
Certainly read Born on the 4th of July, everybody.
And that was
fabulous book.
Yes.
An eye-opening book. Also, Johnny Got His Gun.
Yep.
Those two books I would always recommend for people. Born on the 4th of July and Johnny Got His Gun. So moving, unbelievable.
You all right?
Well, yeah.
You just pulled like a Larry David moment there.
Oh, good. You were going to tell me when I remind you of Larry David. Good.
Sure.
Okay, so the pick is my great-grandma's first grade class.
That's cool.
Excellent. So are they in the classroom? Because now you'll see all those gas lanterns in the ceiling with the chalkboard along both sides of the classroom. The gas The gas fixtures are fabulous to look at. I love those gas lines with the gas and the light coming out. Those are fabulous.
So Scott says, yes, living history is something else to learn from a first-hand account. Yeah, I think, and like you had just mentioned, people, Korean War veterans, are, they're getting up there, and it's our job as historians. We're not trying to bring up the past. We're trying to preserve the past, and especially when we can learn from the past.
Yeah,
I think that's important. And as a country, we've made strides since 1775. So it's important to remember how we got here, though. And I think that's one of the things that both Shane and I try to do, is preserve those stories, tell the stories that haven't been told, and just to make sure we're learning from them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's we are an imperfect union, but at the time, I love that phrase, 99% of the human population has lived under a tyrant or a despot or, what else am I trying to say?
A dictator?
Like a dictator, yes. 99% of the population, or a king or a queen. We, in America, they tried to change all that. And yeah, it's fragile, right? Of course, it always is. And
Edward brings up a good point. If you don't remember the past, you will repeat it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's true. It is very true.
So not remember, but learn.
Learn from it, yeah.
Remember,
and there's a way to preserve. We can go into a whole topic of what's erasing history or this and that and the other thing, but there is a way to preserve these things while also making sure that we're telling what they really were. I'm coming from an anthropology background, it is the utmost importance to treat everything from an unbiased position. So, we need to preserve this history, but we also need to make sure that we're telling the true stories behind them.
Yeah. No, it's, and also, kind of bringing it back to our ships too. The ships have a story. They are living history as well,
right?
As long as we preserve them, which is in our mission. And
it's rare for a museum to be an artifact itself.
Yeah.
So, not in the naval ship world, but
in normal terms.
Yeah, in normal terms, as far as museums go.
It's like a historic house that floats.
There's 1,400 museums in New York State, and there's 3 naval ship museums.
Yes.
Museum ships.
I would say yes.
Right? Us, the Slater, and the Intrepid.
Oh, that's right. You're from downstate.
I am.
So you should know that. That's right. So, also the pick was outside. Darn it, Husky. I wanted to see those in the classroom ones. Those are some of my favorite. Because imagine life at that time. You have that huge wave of influx of immigrants coming in. You have schools where there's 27 languages being spoken, and certainly the cleanliness factor wasn't great back then. And depends, of course, if you're looking in a rural area, it's certainly different than an urban area. But that 1900 period, 1910, 1920, what a fabulous in the sense that. Just that melting pot of immigration and language and how we all kind of came together. It's pretty astounding.
That's when a lot of my ancestors, if you will, came over in that exact time period. So those are always cool pictures to find.
That's great.
We love that stuff. Don't think because it's not Navy ship related, don't, share that with us, of course.
Yeah, it's true. So I'll repeat again about the YouTube channel, because now that we have more viewers, again, everybody, I apologize about that, but you guys are pretty patient with us. I appreciate that. So we do have, I hopefully will have 2 videos between now and Sunday. I filmed one tonight. You'll enjoy that one. It's not for the faint of heart, though, and that's where I was right before here. We had a little emergency on board again, that not on the Sullivans, but on the Little Rock this time, and I had to trudge through some brown water and and you'll see that. But it is G-rated, the video as well. But I could have used 2 hands, and I'm not saying that about Stephen. But really, the work that I tried to do just now needed 2 people to do.
Yeah.
So
I apologize. I was out getting pizza at the time.
Pizza again? 7-Eleven?
Ricotta's
Oh, good.
on
That's
Niagara.
good.
I will plug them even though they're not
boy.
sponsoring us.
Yeah, well,
They are fantastic.
Very good. And then I have one on the collisions. All right, so we're looking for comments. We'll do a 2-part video on collisions.
Yeah.
We'll do one with our ships themselves because each of them collided with something. And then if you guys have other thoughts on some collisions with ships, either in whatever, World War I, World War II, up through today, please let me know, and I'll do some research, and we'll do a fan video about the collisions too. So that would be a part 2.
Yeah, fan videos are, we want to do those. Those are something we've talked about with you guys. So, I mean, we can only come up with so many ideas. So, and even the ideas we come up with, maybe we're missing something.
Yeah, totally. And I have so many good ideas from you guys, and I have my list. Again, now it's just the time to be able to dedicate to filming them. I mean, I guess I got a little burned out from 28 and 28, a little bit more than I expected.
It was fun.
But it was fun. And maybe I'll do it again next February.
And we never would have come up with this if we didn't do 28 and 28.
That's true. So, I'll keep them going through the season, even though I don't do it full time. Like some other people on board, certain vessels can do this full time. Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever get through an episode without your envy? Your envy
Envy?
showing?
Oh, come on. Really? John, are you there from the Slater? Please, it's not envy. Love what you've been doing with the Slater too. So if you haven't checked out the USS Slater channel, they've been doing their video or vlog, video blog.
Video blog.
Video blog vlog.
Vlog, yeah. Video podcast. There's so many names.
And they are opening April 6th.
April 6th.
So,
you're in the Albany area.
Maybe we should talk about that. Moving forward as our as an opening date for us too. They gave them a little more time to do some work. They redid their hedgehogs, so if you've checked that video out, their hedgehogs on board the Slater look bougie. Is that the term?
Bougie.
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 They are primo, prime. I wish ours looked like that. They went into a little more detail. Beautifully done with their caps there.
Think bourgeoisie. Take out the waj.
Bourgeois.
Take out the waj.
Okay.
So bougie.
Bougie.
Bougie. Bougie.
Got it.
Yeah.
Must be a wastewater problem. You got it, Scott. And stuff happens. That's right. So you'll see that coming sometime soon.
Speaking of stuff happening and us not being able to really do anything on opening day, as far as video goes, we were going to give away 2 tickets, and we're still going to do that. We'll do that on our next podcast, which is April.
Podcast? We're not going to give tickets away today?
I mean, I feel like there's only 8 people right now. I want to give everybody an opportunity.
Okay.
Do you want to do it right now?
Well, I think we should. We can always give away free tickets. Sorry, staff, coworkers. We could do it again. But yeah, these.
All right, let's do it then.
We'll do it. So we're going to give away 2 tickets. And then maybe next time what we'll do is we'll do an Admiral's Pass, which would be for a family, a whole family. But bring girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever you want, friends. We'll give away 2 tickets today. So Steven's gonna go to that app and type in everyone who's commented. So you got to make a comment if you want 2 free tickets, and then we'll get them into the mail. To you. And then, I don't think there's an expiration date on them, or we'll put 2030 or something like that. And so you can use them if you're not in the area. You can use them next season or the following.
All right, let's see. I got A-Devs, Edward, Husky, Scott. You still here, Rick?
Yeah, put Rick in there.
We're going to throw Rick in because he was here. If you want to be in this contest, just let us know. I don't think I'm missing anyone here.
Do you want to scroll up a little bit? Maybe one. Michael.
Oh, Michael. It is good for the entire 2022 season.
What is?
The 2 free tickets.
Oh no, I just said 2030.
Oh,
if you're not here in Buffalo, because there's you could put in an expiration date. We'll put in 2030 for you.
2030.
Like a credit card.
Rick's still here.
Yeah, thumbs up. Good. Yeah, did you put Michael in? Good.
I did put Michael in. So
okay, good.
We'll wait a little bit, see if anyone else pops in. Always happens.
Now I've got what. No. Thank you, Husky. I love this 3D printing thing. You got to send me an email if you've got the ships down or whatever else you've been printing. Now, I've got to, thank you very much, Husky. I've got to get to this thing. Have you heard, because I wanted to do this on board and I just never had the resources, but have you heard of this YouTube phenomenon called backrooms?
Backrooms?
Yeah.
No.
Has anyone out there heard of this backrooms thing? I think it's called backrooms.
I'd like to think I'm hip and I would know that, but I don't.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it. And so I think what I did a little watching this morning, I just kind of came across it. It seems as though it's like found footage video from 1990.
All right.
And what it is the camera and whoever just is, they get teleported to this weird place, but it looks like a big empty mall with just like corridors and lights, and that's it. And then there's like creatures that live there. And then what has happened was now people are adding onto the story by making their own videos in different spaces. So like you walk into the back room from the main entrance, there's like 100 floors. And so now you'll have someone creating like an abandoned church, and they'll show them walking like or something like into like the original back room and then like going into the church, and that's like floor number 101.
And then from the church it would be the next person's video?
Yeah, potentially. Or someone could make like 5 different videos with 5 different floors, and then they create their own creatures. You know. So
are you saying we should do this?
Well, I've thought about doing like, there's a name for it, like linear horror or something like that, Lin horror, like where it's just like really lo-fi horror, and it's just, well, our ships are perfect for that, right? Like just walking around empty spaces.
We should make a movie.
That's
Buffalo Naval Park presents The Disappearance of Shane Stevens.
The disappearance. Yeah, well, you know, I've always come up with some ideas of, you know, when you're on board in the middle of the night.
So it's kind of like.
You should look it up. I think it's called Backrooms.
I will. So like you tell a story almost, but one person says a sentence, then the next person would say the next sentence, and the next person would say the next sentence.
Maybe I'm not describing it.
But video, right? So you would walk into the back room or something, and then they would leave their back room, and you would walk into like our back room or something similar to that.
Yeah, we can make like a floor in this video. You know, but then we'd have to have our own creatures, and so that's what I think is
I think
happening.
I got a guy at the Henson, Jim Henson.
You do?
No.
I mean, it seems pretty cool. Like the first video that came out was they were filming a student video, and they're like, "Okay, cameraman, step back a little bit," and then all of a sudden it looks like like the camera just drops to the ground, and then it like drops from the ceiling into this space. So it's like he went through the ground into this space that's just like corridors and blank walls and all of that stuff. But
ADEV's just said how to dispose of a curator's body.
I love it. Yes, that's right. Bury me in the collections.
Husky's got some fighting words, though. He said Indiana Jones 3 because the second one and fourth one don't count. And while I will admit 1 and 3 are the best, 3 might be the best movie.
I love 3.
Might be one of the best movies ever made. But
no, don't go that far.
You can't discount Temple of Doom and Crystal Skull. They're part of the story.
No.
It's not our story to tell.
No.
It is not our story to tell. It is George Lucas's.
Steven Spielberg's, too. No, the 1 and 3 are the best ones.
The best.
But he's saying 2 and 4 forget. I never even saw 4. That's where he's like 90 years old, right?
Corny, but so were they all. Look at Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's great.
Yeah, with the spirits come out and melt faces.
Yeah, I love that scene.
What are we talking about? Why
maybe you can show that on board. Is that what is that?
Indiana Jones? I don't know.
Yeah, how to dispose of a curator's body. The final countdown. Oh, I love the final countdown. Yes. Maybe we'll have to do that. The final countdown. I love it. That's awesome. Wow, we're getting into movies. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened.
The Final Countdown is a great movie. Geez. I just watched, oh boy, here everybody. Last night, my stepdad has been clamoring with me to watch Battleship.
Oh.
And I watched Battleship last night for the first time.
And?
It was good, entertaining for 2.5 hours, whatever it was. And it had the John Paul Jones, it had the Samson, so it had some DDGs, and they were wearing their DDG.
So did it have like anything to do with the game? Or did they make some like silly reference to you sunk my battleship or something like that?
But I mean, it's wild, like they bring back the Missouri.
Okay.
Right? Because they're in Pearl Harbor, and they do this maneuver where they're going at flank speed, and they drop an anchor, and the battleship does this. The battleship does this, whatever, like in driving terms, you do a spin out.
Like a drift.
Yeah, like they did. The Missouri's doing a drift while blowing off all 16-inch guns turrets 61, 62, and 63 at the alien enemy. So my stepdad
was
like,
aliens?
It was aliens.
Oh,
too. Yeah,
okay.
So it wasn't like you're fighting other people, but it was okay. It was, and I didn't like it. I wouldn't watch it.
I would have loved if it was just like giant hands coming down and like attacking battleships with little pegs.
Oh, the red one, boom.
Aliens and battleships, huh?
Yeah.
Cowboys and Aliens. You ever see that movie?
No, I will never see that movie.
Why?
Brutal.
How do you know if you haven't seen it?
I don't know. Hunt for Red October. Oh, of course, that's a fabulous movie.
I don't know where this conversation went.
I know.
We're talking about aliens.
Backrooms. I'm surprised no one has commented that they know what I'm talking about with Backrooms. Anyway.
Well, maybe you dreamt it.
No, I just... Okay.
I'll tell you what, though. I love things like that. Like,
we'll watch it after we log off. We'll watch the first...
How about a play on the Philadelphia Experiment?
I never saw that, but that is a movie, I think. It's about the ship that disappears.
Well, it's about the time, if I'm not mistaken, it's time travel, right?
Or they have like the cloaking technology. And
but
it just like disappears.
Yeah, there's like, it has something to do with trying to do time travel.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I never saw that. But again, this goes back to our movie on board or the Twilight Zone's on board.
We're making a movie.
I'm not making a movie.
No, you and I are making a movie. Man,
yes, we can do.
Can you tell that it has been a ridiculous 2 weeks for us?
Yeah, totally. We're kind of
a little loopy.
We are. That's right. Cloaking technology went bad, and time travel was the result. Thank you, Michael Phillips. I appreciate that.
I believe it was more like, as opposed to time travel, it was similar to like the Star Trek. What do you call it? When you
hyperspace?
No, like when you like beam down to like a planet, you like.
Yeah, you materialize and
dematerialize. Yeah. I don't know why I can't talk to me.
You get beamed?
Beamed, yeah. I think it was similar to that, where they would try to move a person, not necessarily time travel per se, but
your dad commented.
I know, teleportation. I don't know. I know.
Or the transporter.
The transporter.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you,
transport.
ADAS. But yeah, I think it was more like taking an object from one place and then making it reappear in another place. So essentially it would be time travel, but it wasn't like you're able to travel to like the birth of Christ or something.
Right, yeah, okay. Just somewhere else on the planet.
Yeah.
The ship invisible to radar, that's right. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. Seeing as how my JFK movie tonight is going to expire, because I didn't watch it. I started it, but I didn't
Which one?
finish
Like the JFK movie?
Well, Oliver Stone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the one.
I watched a great
I rented
JFK
it on
movie.
Monday.
It's called Parkland, a JFK movie.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard of it.
It was good. It was really good. Check it out. Parkland. What's his name is in it? Very handsome man.
Sean Stevenson?
Zac Efron.
Okay.
You don't know who Zac Efron is?
No, but you said it very...
He's very handsome. He's very chiseled.
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. High School Musical.
Okay, all right, that's good. So let's see. Everyone, thank you. We're kind of wrapping up here, but I'll get out the 2 videos this week. Hopefully by Sunday, we'll work with Lauren, our editor. We got to get her on board. I've been wearing her down. So
big shout out to Lauren. Such a great help.
Of course. And we've got a lot of stuff planned for the season. I mean, I think as of right now, even on Labor Day weekend, we're going to have a...
Husky just said, I missed out on the past 5 minutes. What I missed? It was ridiculous, actually.
Maybe
Somehow we were
he's joking.
talking. Maybe he is joking.
Yeah, maybe,
We
but-
talked about aliens and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you know, but we're going to have Vietnam reenactors on Labor Day.
Yes,
so
that's gonna be
one of those
awesome.
things that we talked about today. You know, so if you're here on Labor Day, they'll be here for the 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They aren't Vietnam veterans, but they're Vietnam reenactors. They're going to have some rolling stock here. You know, work continues on the ships. 2 videos by Sunday. I'm trying to summarize everything here to keep you guys engaged. You want to do the 2 free tickets expiring? We got C. McBee.
Oh,
yeah,
C.
that's
McBee?
right. We got to add him.
We do. C. McBee, if you don't know what.
Great to
if
see
you're-
you. Great to be. I'm glad you're here again.
Absolutely. All right, let's see. See, we are adding you in. If you're here and being shy, you can win tickets. Just, you know, leave a little
So you
comment.
got to put your dad in there too, and you put Michael. You put Michael in there already.
I put Michael in there
Okay,
already.
all right.
Who am I putting? Oh, C. McBee.
Yep.
All right, are we ready? You guys ready?
You guys ready here for 2 free tickets expiring 2030?
It's loading. What do you want from me? I didn't make the app. Oh, now there's an ad.
Okay, before you spin it. Fake Lifesaver candy is at 97%. Like deliciousness, or
No, that's what he's making on the.
oh, is it 97% complete?
He's. I cannot think. I need sleep.
Yeah, I know, guys. It's
3D.
And we'd like-
Make it a 3D model.
you got it. And we'd like to. I'd like to give a shout out to the Tedesco clan and other family members that were really helpful to Stephen when he was getting this exhibit up and running. Oh, they're spinning. Uh-oh.
Yeah, here it is. C. McBee is the winner.
Oh my God! Hey, that's perfect.
He almost
slips
didn't
in-
even. He
yeah.
almost didn't even make it in. C.
He
McBee.
slips in at the last minute.
You just
C.
got 2
McBee,
tickets.
You just won 2 tickets to visit the Naval Park, expiring 2030. So now what we'll do is reach out to me or you.
Yeah, reach
Okay.
out to
All right. So if you want, please email me Shane
I'll put the email in the chat.
Oh, that's smart. Okay. And then email me your address and all that stuff, and we will get those to you in the mail soon. And then maybe next time we can do an Admiral's Pass. Right?
Yep.
We should remember that. I don't have a pen on me. But thank you guys for, we got a minute or two, but I want to thank you again. I know I've been away from YouTube, and our views have gone down the tank. But we're at 1897. We cannot break that 1900 subscriber barrier.
Tell your friends.
We have been sitting there for.
We need 3 more to hit 1900.
Yes. We've been sitting there for about 3 weeks now at 1897.
Make a second YouTube account so Shane thinks we have more viewers. It'll make him
I'll
happy.
do that, right? And I'll subscribe. Congrats,
Oh,
congrats.
that's cheating.
Yeah, there you go. So there's my email. Please send it out, and I'll get you out. We'll get out those 2 tickets for you. Maybe we'll do some Admiral's passes. Hey, you guys want another hat? Not this one, but maybe we'll get another.
This one's mine.
Mine, not yours.
I was in.
Maybe we'll do another CLG 9. No, LCS 9. USS Little Rock.
that's right, we
Those
do
are the
have
nice
those.
ones, right? Those
Yeah.
are nice.
We have some. We got to see what we have in stock.
We have that naval station Wazoo or whatever. You know, we've got 150 of those. Remember, like on board? It's not Naval Station Wazoo, but it's like Naval Station.
Wait, what was the one hat? It was like.
I can't remember. That's what I'm saying. I can't remember.
One had nothing to do with anything. It was just like enjoy Hawaii or something like that.
That's right.
We have.
Enjoy Hawaii. For
And
someone,
who knows how old they are? There's just boxes of New Era hats. We opened it and we're like, what is this?
Yeah, yeah. Enjoy Hawaii, everyone. Fly Eastern Airlines. Now that would be pretty cool to have a Fly Eastern Airlines hat.
I want a Dukakis 88 shirt.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
And the picture of him in the tank.
Yeah.
You remember that? With the,
I was a little young, but I do remember he ran for president.
Yes, he did. Oh, wow, thanks so much. You're very welcome, CMB. Give me 5 minutes. Dev keeps saying that. Give me 5 minutes. And Husky was saying that too. It's finished. All right, good. The Lifesaver, the 3D printed Lifesaver for Husky. He got it completed. If we're getting that right. Yes, very good.
All right, well, it is 8:59.
Yeah.
Yes, this one was we were a little silly tonight and all over the place, but lack of sleep and opening week will do that to you. We'll be back April 13th. I believe it's April 13th. That's a Wednesday.
Okay, good.
Just double check here, but we'll be back April, 13th.
Okay, good. April 13th it is. We'll have an Admiral's Pass. We have to
When is, I forget me, I don't remember his name from the Slater. John?
Oh, he's the 20th.
The 20th?
Yeah. Adolf Hitler's birthday.
Okay.
So we might do ones back to back. Is that all right?
Do you want to do one next week?
Well, it's either this back to back or that.
Well, that's what I'm asking, because this one was a little silly.
Let's do
weeks?
the 13th.
Okay.
So we'll come back the 13th and the 20th. The 20th, we have John Epps from USS Slater. He's going to probably talk about his opening. We're going to work on that interface to get him here. So you have the 3 faces, the 3 faces. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And
The 5 sisters.
Yeah, the 5 sisters locks and the 3 faces of naval. Have a beer with us. That's right.
Upstate Naval Park faces.
Yes, that's right. And their hedgehogs are beautiful, so I'm going to focus on that, hopefully, at some point. But
yeah, on your way to Buffalo, stop in Albany.
yeah,
Go
beautiful.
to the Slater.
Beautiful. And her beautiful camouflage. She's a lovely looking ship. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. You'll see the 2 videos uploaded to YouTube between, Friday and Sunday, probably. Collisions. And then tonight's emergency video with some water issues on the USS Little Rock, emergency damage control. So you'll see those 2 coming at you probably from Friday to Sunday.
And then our horror movie, Shane dies at the end.
Where are you going to put me?
In, I don't know, one of the freezers or something.
Yeah, maybe cut me up and then put me in a file cabinet.
Okay, well you went a little out there with that one.
Well, I've heard
It's
it
not
before.
a snuff film.
I've heard it before.
I'm sure you have.
Okay, guys, we will see you later. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you.
Yeah, as always.
We'll be back in 2 and 2. What? Like what?
Oh, I thought you were gonna, I thought you would pick up on it and say it for me.
No,
Go to bed, Cash.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's true. He's got to say goodnight to his youngest child. All right, guys. See ya.
They're watching us do all of this.